Mayor Porco, may we have the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Thank you, Mayor Porco. May we have the roll call, please?
Yes, Madam President. Mr. Bacon.
Present.
Mr. Baoki.
Present.
Mr. DeCosta.
Present.
Mr. Fosbrink.
Present.
Mr. Lawrence. President Martin.
Present.
Mayor Porca.
Present.
All present, Madam.
Thank you. There will be an executive session at the end of this meeting, and I'm going to take things a little bit out of order. At this time, Mayor Porco, could you swear Ann Lewis in, please?
Sure.
Wait, am I doing this too?
Yes,
early?
no, we didn't vote.
He
you
said
should-
we didn't have to.
You have to vote.
Okay, never mind that. We're sticking to the agenda. So moving on. For my president's report, Mayor Porco will once again be the master of ceremonies at the second annual Forest Hills Pride. This family-friendly event will be held at the Westinghouse Lodge on Sunday, June 29th, 2025, starting at 4 p.m. and ending at 9. There will be lawn games, a food truck, and pizza slices for sale. Come see the new band shell and the playground for the kids. Should be a fun event that no one should miss. At the Borough Property Meeting held on June 10th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m., it was erroneously reported that a council member wants to eliminate all public works overtime. To my knowledge, there is no council member that has ever said this. The council members appreciate all the work and dedication that Public Works provides. Lastly, Forest Hills Community Day will be held at the main park in a little more than 2 weeks on July 4th. The newly formed Arts and Culture Advisory Council, along with other community organizations, will have an information booth at the event. Please stop by and visit these groups and enjoy a fun day of activities with your friends and neighbors. Mayor Porco, may we have your report, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Just a couple of things to report on. As President Martin reported, on June 29th of this year, we will hold our second Forest Hills Pride event. And this year will be held at the Westinghouse Rec Center, which is located just catty-corner into this building here. And I'm proud to be serving as their MC. And just looking forward to a wonderful turnout. The inaugural one was well planned and well attended, and so I think it's going to be a phenomenal event. A couple of weeks ago, on Sunday, June 1st, the Forest Hills Community Alliance, in collaboration with the Forest Hills Borough Council, held a ribbon cutting and grand reveal of the new band shell that was just constructed and completed. And we had Forest Hills' own Cello Fury performing, and I got to tell you, it was just a wonderful event. I'm terrible at estimating. I've heard estimates of 100. I've heard estimates of up to 200. I would say let's just call it 150, and we'll. But the bottom line is, while it was well attended, what was very gratifying for everybody involved in the project to see was families gathering, having picnics, sharing food, listening to music, and really it was about the community having a communal space where they can enjoy music and art, film, and that's really what that space was envisioned for. So just really looking forward to future events. And luckily, one of the members of Cello Fury actually wants to work with our new arts committee to kind of establish a regularly scheduled concert series. And we're also working closely with Senator Costa, who happens to be a member of the board of the Pittsburgh Symphony, to schedule a performance of the Pittsburgh Symphony, probably in late August or early September. So we just socialized availability dates, and so we're looking forward to that. Community Day will be held July 4th. It's always a great event. It's always held at the main park, and it's a rain or shine event. But yeah, I urge anybody who's listening on the YouTube to mark that in your calendars and please come down. And then just if I can, I'll segue into just Forest Hills Community Alliance updates really quick. We have secured some grant monies, and we are looking at right now repurposing some of that grant money to actually execute what's known as a feasibility study. So we have shared the Forest Hills vision plan that came out of those Forest Hills Forward sessions that people attended throughout last year. And so what we're trying to do now is see if those monies can actually be applied towards a feasibility study that would kind of, number one, kind of demonstrate what is the actual impact to the community. And ideally, what it will do is actually kind of create a blueprint, which both the Forest Hills Community Alliance as well as Borough Council can follow as we start to execute some of these changes, which include an innovation and technology park right over here in the parking lot area next to our building, but also additionally reimagining what Ardmore Boulevard could look like as a more vibrant business corridor and perhaps mixed use space. So stay tuned for that. I'll be providing regular updates, and as always, you can look at the Forest Hills Community Alliance website for details as well. So that pretty much concludes my report. I'd like to close out by just doing one thing. Last month, Councilman Erboldinger announced his retirement, if you will, after years and years of service. And so I'd like to just take an opportunity to honor him with a proclamation for his years of service to the community. So if you wouldn't mind, Marcus, why don't you join me up front in front of the stage and May 2025. Thank you. Whereas Councilman Marcus Oboldinger understands the value of public service to the borough of Forest Hills and served his community with excellence and enthusiasm, making an impact as a leader in his community by helping spearhead significant investments, including the new municipal building, the major pool renovation, and renovation of the Westinghouse Recreation Center. And whereas while serving as council president, led members of council, the mayor, the employees of the borough through a major global pandemic. In case you were wondering, that was COVID. Whereas due to the stewardship and dedication demonstrated by Marcus Erboldinger through his time on Forest Hills Borough Council, as chairman of the Borough Finance Committee and member of various other committees, including Public Safety and Planning and Zoning, along with his commitment to maintaining the high municipal standards of the Borough of Forest Hills for the greater good of our community. And now therefore be it resolved that I, Frank Porco, Mayor of the Borough of Forest Hills, and on behalf of the Borough of Forest Hills Council, do hereby commend and thank Marcus Oboldinger for exemplifying all the qualities of an outstanding leader and public servant whose commitment to Forest Hills Borough Council and exemplary service to our community will be appreciated for many years to come. And witness thereto, I hereon too set my hand and cause the seal of the Borough of Forest Hills, PA to be affixed on this day at this time in June of 2025. Congratulations. Thank you.
He made me. I'm actually, but didn't expect that. He told me that like on Sunday, I think. And yeah, it was like 14 years and I enjoyed it, but I think it's time to move on. And I think council is in capable hands with my new replacement, I guess. And not yet, I know. And so I wish everyone good luck.
Well done.
Lucky you, Marcus.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mayor Porco. Your manager's report, please, Mr. Abrams.
Thank you, Madam President. Council received my report at the beginning of the month. I actually do not have anything to add to it at this time. Concludes.
Chief Williams, may we have your report, please?
Yes, President Martin. I talk about situations where our residents get involved in things and help us to apprehend people, and I just have a story to tell you very quickly. We had an incident in a residence off of Ardmore Boulevard where an individual entered a vehicle. As he was entering the vehicle, the very concerned resident who was paying attention and immediately called 911 told our officers the description of the individual and where the incident was occurring. We in turn were in the area in the vicinity of that, and our officer apprehended that individual very quickly without incident. And that particular night, that was the first and only vehicle that was entered. So that person who called in immediately, and you know, again, I say it all the time, don't wait till the next day to call right away. Hear something, see something, please call, give us a shot. And in this case, paid off. And so I don't know how many more vehicles that person would have entered throughout the evening and night. But again, in this case, we didn't have to worry about that because we got some help and we were able to make a quick arrest. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Williams. Mr. Corbel, Solicitor's Report.
No public report this evening, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Corbel. Moving on then, to the other committees or board reports. Anything to report, Mr. Bacon?
No report this month.
Mr. Bioki, anything to report?
No reports.
Okay, that finishes that up. So we're moving on to public comment. At this time, citizens may address council on any issue, whether appearing on today's agenda or not. Only residents and taxpayers of the Borough of Forest Hills will be permitted to address council. Speakers will be permitted to speak for a maximum of 5 minutes. Groups of people will be required to designate a spokesperson to represent them before council, who may speak for a maximum of 10 minutes. Citizens are asked to use the microphone at the speaker stand, clearly state their name and address for the record, and keep comments brief and to the point. Please spell the name for the record. Speakers are reminded that council uses these comment periods as opportunities to gather information and not to respond directly to concerns raised. Information gathered will not be discussed at the business meeting, but instead will be referred by the council president to the appropriate committee for review and discussion at the next meeting. Anyone? Thank you.
Tomasic, 140 Tanglewood Drive. I'm here again trying to finalize and wrap up this ordeal that I've been through for over a year. The frustration that I have has been due directly to your manager. It was resolved not because of him, but in spite of him. The words cooperation, communication, transparency, and respect are not in his vocabulary. I was at a committee meeting and I was here and I brought up my complaint and asked basically to give me a time frame as to when it would be finalized, sent to me. There were different things that were said about time and this and that, and I think even meaning the phrase meaning no respect, disrespect was made. Was then told with the group there that there is no time. I think he used the word requirement, but I'm not sure on that form. And he was right. He then said, "You'll get it when I get to it." Please would say that again. Your manager said to me, one of the people who resides in this borough for almost 25 years, one who served on council for 15, one who put his heart and soul into this borough during that time period. You'll get it when I get to it. I don't know what to say. I've never heard that said to anybody by any manager or any person over the entire time that I was on council. Okay, so moving to the issue that I raised at that time. Right, did he correctly said, well, there's no time stamp or whatever you want to call it on there. I'm asking you to put one in that, on that form so that this doesn't happen again. It's just preposterous. And, you know, to continue, I don't want to beat this horse to death, but, you know, it seems like whenever I approached your manager over the last year, over and over again, that it seemed like I was the one that somehow bringing this to the attention of him and the council members. And I've had sent all emails and all the pictures to show the illegal runoff that he could never see. And only because of Mr. Lawrence in that meeting, directing him to talk to that guy, Mr. Corbel, who is our legal representative and who is tasked with interpreting the codes and the laws. Okay, was the issue resolved? Other than that, I just said, please, you know, let's bring some civil sensibilities into this borough, because at this point in time, with him, they're lacking. Thank you.
Mr. Bioki, could we add that to ops and policies in Mr. Lawrence's absence, please? Anyone else?
Good evening, folks. Bruce Sivak, 521 Decatur, S-I-V-A-K, spelling of the last name. Last month, I addressed this council about the road condition in the 500 block of Decatur and the need for it to be repaved. I also brought up about the alleyways being paved and not a residential street. At the last meeting, I invited all the council members to look at those streets that are on the schedule to be paved that was listed in the Tree City Times. Has anybody done that? 1, 2, okay, great. I appreciate that. What'd you think? What'd you think about those streets versus the 500 block of Decatur? I know you can't give a response during this part of the meeting, but it's something that needs to be addressed. At that meeting, at the end of the meeting, President Martin asked me to give the gentleman over here, Mr. Fosbrick, my information, contact information, which I did. He said he would be contacting the engineer and the borough foreman. I asked if he can contact me when they are going to have that meeting. Has that meeting been scheduled? Yes or no? I mean, that's a simple question. Yes or no?
We have taken steps to address the issue. I've spoken with the engineer about the issue and I've been out there twice to take a look at it.
I also asked to be notified when they were going to take a look at it, and all I heard was crickets. Please, simple phone call. I'm home 90% of the time. Moving right along. While I was spreading my mulch in the past week, I looked down in the catch basin right in front of my house. Remember those chunks of concrete I brought with me last week? Well, that was nothing compared to what's in that catch basin. That catch basin has to have 30 or 40 chunks, not pieces, but chunks of concrete have come off of that street over the years. Needs to be checked out. By the way, those chunks of concrete that I brought in as little exhibits, plus the ones that were still on the street, are still on the street. No one picked them up. So if somebody came to look at that, do you think that somebody would pick up those chunks of concrete and get them the hell off the street? That makes sense. They're still there. We got them off the street and we put them on the curb so everyone can see them. Please handle this. Lastly, as I was coming up to this meeting, I came up the hill instead of going down the hill. 2 more big chunks of concrete laying in the middle of the street above my house. And within a day or two, they'll be down by my house. Folks, when's it going to be addressed? I would like to be informed when action is going to be taken. I don't think it's a major request. I think it's a simple thing. You have my name, you have my address, you have a telephone number, you have my email. Knock on my door. I'll be happy to bring you in, have a cup of coffee maybe.
All of us?
Pardon me?
All of us?
I think I have enough mugs so we can handle that. I have regular milk, vanilla cream, sugar, sweet and low. And if someone likes the soft drink, I can probably take care of that also. So folks, please address my concerns. I don't ask for much. I've been a resident of the borough for almost 40 years now. Chief Williams and I, we ran on the ambulance back in the 70s. I did it until 2015, whenever my back said no more. I've served the community. I don't ask for much. Give me that. Thank you.
Mr. Abrams, will you address that, please? Thank you.
Yes,
You have his contact information, correct?
yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else? Okay. So now we're going to move on to the regular meeting. Operations and policy, please. Mr. Bioki.
Thank you, President Martin. I move to approve minutes from the May 5th, 2025 meetings.
Second. Are there any comments? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I move to Borough Council to fill the remainder of the term that resulted from the resignation of Marcus Opeldinger.
Second. Okay, we want to have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Bacon.
Yes.
Mr. Bioki.
Yes.
Mr. DeCosta.
Yes.
Mr. Fosbrink.
Yes.
Lawrence is absent. President Martin.
Yes.
There's a second part to that. I move to approve resolution 1291 from the appointment of Ann Lewis.
Is there a second?
Second.
May we have a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Bacon.
Yes.
Mr. Bioki.
Yes.
Mr. DeCosta.
Yes.
Mr. Fosbrink.
Yes.
President Martin.
Yes. Thank you. Mayor Porco, would you please swear in Ann Lewis? Ann?
Well, since you're on the payroll, you better earn your money. Get up here and stand with her.
I just.
Just repeat after me. I, Ann Lewis. You might want to hold up your right hand. There you go. Do solemnly swear
Do swear.
that I will support, obey, and defend
Support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and I will discharge
discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of office
with fidelity.
Councilwoman Lewis?
So I'm gonna just.
Okay, get your microphone. because you're taking over finance now.
Oh, great.
It's a bath of fire here tonight. What can I say?
So I need an approval of the May 2025 bills totaling $304,630.76.
We have a voice vote, please. All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry. Are there any comments first? Okay, may we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Doesn't sound like any nays. Does that end your committee?
It does.
Thank you. Moving on then to Borough Property, Mr. Bacon.
Thank you, President Martin. I move to reject the bid from E2 Landscape and Construction LLC under contract 25-PK1 and authorize the engineer to rebid for the pedestrian bridge at Main Park.
Second.
Any comments, please?
As a background comment on this, we are using some of our Public Works Department skills and other options to really reduce the cost of what this was. And the bid kind of came back just not under the intended scope of what we're looking for outside construction.
Other comments? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That concludes Borough Property. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on then to Planning and Zoning, Mr. DeCosta.
I have nothing to report tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Public Works, Mr. Fosbrink.
We have no motions this evening, Madam President.
Thank you, sir. Public Safety.
I have no motions.
Thank you. Is there any old business? Any new business? I move to adjourn the meeting by acclamation. Are there any objections? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.